the of an individual. Abu Dhabi fund grants $20 million to establish South Regional Waste Management Center. And WHO donates special equipment for the Emergency Operations Center run by the Ministry of Health of Maldives.
Hello and welcome to PSM News in English with me, Mariam Shoshat. Affirming that action will be taken. The President also slammed the claims of opposition regarding the at a gathering held by ruling Progressive Party of the that it is the responsibility of the government towards its perpetrators must face consequences of corruption and that action will be taken regardless of the position of an individual. Reiterating that the administration will act in accordance to law, incited that the President Yamin capable of the claims of all major infrastructure projects. The Council of the Dive Rayatunge Party DRP decides to endorse President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Gayoom in the presidential elections. At a function held by ruling Progressive Party PPM, leader of DRP Mohammad Nasheed said the party council concurred to endorse President Yamin in the elections due to the strong developmental projects and the transformational agenda of the president. The DRP leader noted that it is agreeable that the economy of the Maldives is experiencing its peak and added that the decision was taken by the council to work together with PPM in the development of the country. Nasheed assured the Maldivian citizens that President Yamin will win the presidential race. Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Muhammad Asim meets the State Minister for Foreign Affairs of Ethiopia Dr. Aklilu Haile Michael on the sidelines of the 30th African Union Summit held in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. During the meeting, the Maldivian Foreign Minister disclosed the keenness of Maldives to strengthen bilateral ties with Ethiopia. The Ethiopian State Minister welcomed the move to strengthen bilateral relationship between the two countries, further noting that Ethiopia looks forward to drawing lessons from Maldives, particularly in tourism and fisheries sector. The State Minister further revealed Ethiopia's readiness to work more closely with Maldives on dealing with climate change. Foreign Minister Asim has met with various leaders participating in the 30th African Union Summit. Minister of Legal Affairs of President's Office Aishat Azima Shakur reveals that existing debt of Villa Group is the result of an out-of-court settlement agreement with the government back in 2013. Minister for Legal Affairs Azima Shakur previously revealed that Villa Group owed the state 2.9 billion rupiah, adding that the state will take action on any individual or entity that owed money to the state. However, Chairman of Villa Group, Qasim Ibrahim, accused that the statements made by Azima Shakur were fabricated as she was the lawyer for Villa Group during the settlement process. In response to the claims of Qasim Ibrahim in a statement issued, former Attorney General and the current Legal Affairs Minister said that even though she had represented Villa Group, she withdrew herself from the case upon her appointment as the Attorney General in 2013. Noting that the current situation is a result of establishing a settlement agreement outside of the court, Minister Azima said the figures she mentioned earlier were made public by relevant authorities. In a statement, Azima urged Villa Group to settle the case with respect and goodwill. Abu Dhabi fund grants $20 million to establish the South Regional Waste Management Center. Ministry of Environment and Energy said the funds will be used to purchase and install an incinerator in Hitadu of Addu city as part of the South Regional Waste Management Centre. The Waste Management Centre established in Hitadu will dispose of waste collected from Gafu Alifu Atoll, Gafu Dalu Atoll, Formula City and Addu city. According to Environment Ministry, the incinerator to be installed in Hitadu will have the capacity to dispose 40 tons of waste per day. Environment Ministry will establish the South Regional Waste Management Centre from funds allocated from the state budget and loan aid from Abu Dhabi Fund. World Health Organization WHO donates special equipment to Emergency Operations Center run by the Ministry of Health of Maldives.
The agreement to donate equipment to the Emergency Operations Center was signed by the Minister of Health Abdullah Nazim Ibrahim and World Health Organization WHO representative to Maldives Dr. Arvind Mathur. Addressing the signing ceremony, Health Minister Abdullah Nazim Ibrahim said that the new equipment handed over by the WHO would be beneficial to strengthen the emergency operations of the Health Ministry. Minister Nazim said Emergency Operations Center connects the isolated islands to provide a network to deliver healthcare facilities. Addressing the ceremony, WHO representative to Maldives Arvind Mathur said the equipment donated is not just limited to emergency situations, as the equipment can be utilized in the data collection processes of the ministry. The WHO representative applauded the efforts of the administration in ensuring the quality of healthcare services provided and further praised the efforts taken by the Health Ministry to be prepared for emergency situations.
WHO as a partner is very privileged to share the technology and the know-how with the ministry for getting it even better prepared to address any kind of hazard that might come in the country. Our effort to partner with Ministry of Health through this Emergency Operations Center is an effort to see that Health Ministry is actually prepared better and better for addressing the crisis situations.
The equipment donated by WHO include equipment to analyze public health during crisis situations, emergency generators, satellite phones and portable satellite Wi-Fi modems.
Minister of Economic Development Mohammed Said inaugurates the project to develop the new Seaplane Airport at Welana International Airport. The new Seaplane Terminal would be developed on the eastern side of Hurule Island.
Over the years, Maldives has developed the largest seaplane hub in the world. The government of Maldives has given a huge focus to expand and upgrade the seaplane operations of Maldives. Under the $1 billion mega project to develop Welana International Airport, the Maldivian government initiated the development of the new seaplane terminal on the eastern side of Hurule Island. The project was inaugurated by the Minister of Economic Development Mohammed Said, Managing Director of Maldives Airports Company Limited MACL Adil Musa, General Manager of Beijing Urban Construction Group BUCG Li Jiaosong, and Ambassador of China to Maldives Jean Ali Zhong. Addressing the ceremony held to inaugurate the new seaplane terminal, Economic Minister Mohammed Said said that Welana International Airport is an important asset in the development of Maldives, as it is the main gateway to the country. Minister Said described the development of new seaplane terminal as an important step towards further enhancing the tourism industry. Addressing the ceremony, Managing Director of MACL Adil Musa revealed that the new seaplane terminal would be developed with the capacity to stretch out to cater plane porting. Addressing the ceremony, Chinese Ambassador Zhang Lizhong cited that the recent visit of President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Qayyum to China has been very successful, as it has paved way for major Chinese firms to invest in the Maldives. Ambassador Li Zhong assured that China would remain consistent in providing assistance to the development of Maldives.
China is happy to see that, especially in recent years, Maldives has been making remarkable progress in social and economic development, with improved living standards for people and improved basic infrastructures for future development. China will continue to encourage Chinese enterprises to come to the Maldives to actively participate and make contributions to the national development and economic transformation of the Maldives.
Addressing the ceremony, General Manager of BUCG, Lee Dao-song, appreciated the efforts of the Maldivian government to grant the China-based company the opportunity to develop the new Seaplane Terminal and assured that the terminal would be constructed according to the expectations of the Maldivian government.
BUCG is amongst most respected construction and project management companies both in China and abroad. With 6 major industries, including general constructing, real estate development, design and consultancy service, landscaping, property management, financing and equity investment. BUCG has interest to deliver projects with quality and safety to meeting the client's expect.
According to MACL, 1.83 hectares of land was reclaimed to develop the 4-story new Seaplane Terminal.
Maldives Airports Company Limited signs an agreement with HMS Host to establish world-famous food franchises in the Waterfront Restaurant developed in Velana International Airport. According to the agreement, HMSH Host would establish outlets of famous franchises such as KFC, Pizza Hut, Costa Coffee and Harvest Market.
The Maldivian government has been conducting a $1 billion mega project to develop the Velana International Airport. As part of the project, a 2-story waterfront building was constructed, with the first floor to be developed as a ferry terminal and the other designated as a waterfront restaurant. At a ceremony held at the VIP lounge of VIA, an agreement was signed between Maldives Airports Company Limited MACL and HMS Host to develop world-famous food franchises in the waterfront restaurant. HMS Host was contracted to develop outlets of famous food franchises such as KFC, Pizza Hut, Costa Coffee and Harvest Market. The agreement was signed by the Managing Director of MACL Adil Musa and the CEO of HMS Host Walter Saib. Briefing the media after the signing ceremony, Managing Director of MACL Adil Musa said the waterfront is expected to be completed and launched within a 3-month period. Adil Musa said upon completion, the waterfront restaurant would be ranked amongst the top-notch global restaurant franchise blocks. Speaking to the media, Walter Saib said HMS Host aims to extend its scope in Maldives and added that the waterfront restaurant would create hundreds of job opportunities for locals.
You have my personal commitment from me and Jacques who is standing there and our entire team to make this a big success. Again, I thank Adil and his team for the opportunity, but also the courage to choose an operator who is not present in the Maldives yet. But I can assure you that we will not disappoint you and we will make sure that we have very happy and enthusiastic customers consuming a lot of food and beverage at your airport.
US-based HMS Host is an internationally renowned airport food service company which functions in 18 of the 20 largest airports in the United States. In addition, the firm also operates its services in over 100 airports worldwide.
Malaysia Education Expo 2018 concludes by achieving its aim of delivering knowledge on educational opportunities available in Malaysia. The 2-day expo was held by Malaysia Global Services of Ministry of Higher Education of Malaysia and the Department of Higher Education of Maldives.
Malaysia has been one of the most important and steadfast development partners for Maldives, especially in the education sector. Maldives and Malaysia signed 4 key agreements during the recent trip of Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak to Maldives, including an agreement on cooperation in the field of higher education. Malaysia Education Expo 2018 was held to provide Maldivians an insight on educational opportunities available in Malaysia. The two-day expo held by the Malaysia Global Services of Ministry of Higher Education of Malaysia and Department of Higher Education of Maldives saw the participation of over 20 Malaysian universities which disseminated information on the programs they offer.
Programs that we have ranges from architecture to civil engineering. There's a Faculty of Communication, Media and Broadcasting, Business Management and Globalization, ICT.
We have more than 90 programs ranging from foundation to PhD. We have engineering, we have biomedical programs, we have business programs.
We provide information about the loan scheme and also the scholarship schemes that are available to various countries, really, not only to Malaysia but also to other countries.
We offer a wide range of programs from pre-U to postgraduate, okay, like business, IT, economic, finance, psychology, and master's programs.
Malaysia is amongst the favorite destination for Maldivian students to attain higher education. According to the universities at the expo, a rave response has been received from the public, with over 1,200 people visiting the stalls.
Oh, alhamdulillah, the response has been fabulous. You can see my applications I've gotten a lot of applications, alhamdulillah, and the feedback from the students is very good.
We had a lot of applications coming in, both from IT, technology, business, law, and the reception has been very, very good for the Maldivians.
We are currently receiving a very good response from the local Maldivian. We were quite surprised in terms of the interest shown to our program.
The relations between Maldives and Malaysia reached new heights over the past 4 years under the administration of President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Qayyum. The scholarship opportunities from Malaysian universities is a testimony of the strong bond between the two countries. Education sector is one of the prime focuses of the administration of President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Qayyum, and the Malaysia Education Expo 2018, which has concluded on a high note, has seen participation of over 20 universities from Malaysia. As per information provided from the organizers, this expo has seen over 1,000 visitors. From Darubaruge Convention Center, Ismail Azim, PSM News.
British Ambassador to China Barbara Woodward says Britain will maintain close cooperation with China in 3 key areas and in the Belt and Road Initiative. At a briefing in Beijing ahead of British Prime Minister Theresa May's upcoming visit to China, the ambassador outlined the 3 key areas of trade relations, global sustainability and global challenges for cooperation with China. British Ambassador to China Barbara Woodward reiterated that Brexit will not affect the golden era of the Sino-British relations and that the bilateral trade was up 30% year-on-year and there was potential for further growth. Woodward emphasized financial services as a key area for cooperation. She noted Britain and China are working together at the United Nations to de-escalate tensions on the Korean Peninsula and would continue to cooperate on global hotspot issues. Britain was among the first countries to join the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. Woodward stressed that Britain is a natural partner in the Belt and Road Initiative and believes the initiative has great potential. Britain has recently pledged up to 25 billion British pounds for financial support to companies participating in the initiative in Asia. The ambassador noted that freight trains have already transported goods on the 12,000-kilometer journey from China's Yiwu to London. She identified practical collaboration on projects, financial expertise and ensuring projects meet international standards as 3 areas Britain could contribute to the Belt and Road Initiative. Indian President Ramnath Kovind says resolving problems faced by farmers and raising their standard of living remains the government's top priority. Farm incomes have fallen because of the rising cost of production while crop prices have not risen, presenting a potential risk to Indian Prime Minister Modi's Bharatiya Janata Party BJP in the upcoming elections after it barely won re-election in his home state of Gujarat last month. In his address to both houses of the parliament on first day of the budget session, Indian President Ramnath Kovind expressed hope that the parliament would soon pass a bill aimed at prosecuting Muslim men who divorce their wives through instant divorce. The bill cleared in lower house of parliament Lok Sabha will come up for discussion in the upper house Rajya Sabha during the budget session. It is expected to have a tough passage in Rajya Sabha where, unlike Lok Sabha, BJP does not have the numbers. Modi's ruling alliance is now faced with elections in 8 states spread over 2018 and a general election that must be held by May next year. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley will likely step up funding of existing rural programs such as a jobs guarantee scheme, rural housing and a crop insurance plan when he presents the 2018-19 budget on Thursday. Experts say the recent Turkish military operation had a limited impact on participants to the upcoming Syrian National Dialogue Congress and that moving forward, Turkey will use the Congress to garner long-term support on the Kurdish issue. Since last year, with Russia's support, the Syrian government has been increasing its operations to take back areas seized by anti-government forces and reclaim control of the country. Together with the return of Idlib city to the government in December 2016, Syrian forces have now recaptured over one-third of the area formerly controlled by anti-government forces. Complicating matters, Syrian anti-government forces backed by Turkey launched Operation Olive Branch in Afrin on January 20. The aim is to oust Kurdish forces, which Turkey considers terrorist groups, and for the anti-government forces to expand their territory. On January 22nd, Russia invited the Kurds to participate in the peace talks to ensure that Syrian delegates are more representative of the parties to the conflict. However, Syria's main Kurdish groups announced they would boycott the peace talks after Turkey's recent offensive in Afrin exacerbated tensions between the two. Turkey's operation in Afrin has intensified the conflict between Kurdish forces and the Turkish government. However, moving forward, experts believe that Turkey will seek more long-term support from Congress participants of the Kurdish issue. Turkish political analyst and professor with the International Relations Department at Istanbul Kultur University, Bora Bayraktar says Turkey is trying to keep territorial integrity of Syria and it will bring more stability to Syria.
By acting against PYD, Turkey is actually trying to keep territorial integrity of Syria. So I think from my perspective, this will bring more stability to Syria. We will see stronger Syria having its territorial integrity protected and guaranteed by Turkey, Russia, Iran and Syrians themselves.
Meanwhile, Professor of Political Science at Istanbul Bilgi University and Turkish political expert İlta Turan said Turkey's recent military operation has further widened the divide between Turkey and the US, although the two are allies and NATO members. Turkey wants to further expand its military operations. However, the US refused Turkey's request to withdraw American support from Kurdish forces. Regarding the issue of Turkish forces, the governments of Russia and Syria share a common interest with Turkey. Turan said the recent military operation has helped to enhance Turkey's voice to some extent, as well as show a change of attitude towards the Syrian government, which will lead to closer cooperation among Turkey, Syria and Russia.
This may provide an opportunity for informal exchanges between the government of Syria and the Turkish representatives. It is becoming apparent that it may be important to be on talking terms also with the Assad government. The meeting is not expected to be conclusive, but it is expected to constitute yet another step toward developing a vision that is acceptable to at least the major stakeholders in the area, except the United States.
The Syrian National Dialogue Congress will be held in Sochi, Russia on January 30th, when participants will discuss many topics including the issue of Syria's constitution. Major League Soccer MLS awards former England captain David Beckham franchise rights in Miami. David Beckham first announced his plan for a team in the South Florida city 4 years ago, but has faced a series of problems in finding a suitable venue and has adjusted the consortium backing his plan. Beckham and his consortium of backers held an event with local politicians and fans in downtown Miami. But the ex-Manchester United and Real Madrid midfielder, whose right to a discounted franchise was a part of the deal which brought him to play in MLS in 2007, says the problems are now history. The Beckham Group had 2 different plans for waterside stadium venues, both defeated, and were unable to secure a deal for a third location close to the Miami Marlins baseball arena. The latest proposed site is in the Overtown neighborhood, where the group has purchased 6 acres of land and has an agreement for 3 more acres after a deal with Miami-Dade County authorities. That plan has also faced location opposition, including a legal challenge from businessman Bruce Matheson, and must still gain zoning approval, but Beckham says there is no doubt the Overtown site is the one his team will call home.
This is a dream not just for us as an ownership group, for the Commissioner. This is a dream for you guys, and that's the most important thing. Our fan support has literally been relentless. And that's what our club is going to be built on. We're going to make and build a club that you can be proud of.
According to multiple reports, the franchise rights will cost Beckham $25 million, which is well below the market rate. The owners of Los Angeles FC, which joins the league in March, are reported to have paid over $100 million for their franchise rights. And that's all we have for you right now. Thank you for joining us. Have a pleasant day ahead. Goodbye.